Hi, this is Chris from LiveDan330.com. Today we are planting our blueberry bushes. In the previous video, we got our soil ready. We had tilled it. You can see this is just after that. The rain's finally stopped, by the way. Monrovia gave us the plants, and they suggest six steps to planting. I'm just going to read them to you. They want you to dig a hole that's 2 times the size of the pot in your soil that you're going to mix it. Make sure that any of the soil that you combine the planting mix and soil. We added peat and some straw from my straw bale garden, and just mixed in with a little bit of sand. Set the plant so that the root ball is slightly above ground level. Then they want you to backfill it gently but firmly to form a berm. And if you see, we kind of have that made already. If you look at these already berm up because we had so much organic material and aerated it. So that's going to be set for this garden. And then they say a half-inch layer of mulch. We're going to add just a little bit more than that. We have some straw that's left over. It's going to still decompose very nicely on top and fertilize it. But at the same time, we're going to use some pine needles and maybe some tomatoes to help add acidity to the soil. You know, we're definitely more acidic than we were, but I don't think we're quite in the range that we want to be. So that's what we're going to do, and you can follow along.
So how's that dirt? Is it nice and soft?
It's a lot softer than it would have been. I'm going to show you the watering system that we're setting up. Blueberries need moist soil that's well draining. They have shallow roots, which means that they're going to need to get watered regularly. If you live in a wet climate, you might not need to do it as much. Here in Minnesota, they grow natively, not this variety, but blueberries do, and they do pretty well. I want to make sure that we really take care of these because their summers can get long, hot, and dry, which would not be good for these because they are not drought tolerant. And I'll be honest, I'm a lazy gardener. I don't, even though I have the best intentions of coming out and watering every day, it just ain't gonna happen. So, what we're doing today is setting up a soaker hose. We have 3 25-foot sections of soaker hose, 1 for each row of our blueberries. And we're gonna set that up with a water timer, and we're gonna let it run once a day in the morning. That way the sun can come out, dry it out as much as possible. That's gonna help reduce the mold growth. It's better to water early in the morning than it is late in the evening. I also prefer soaker hoses just because it's going to keep, if you do get any bugs or anything that's growing on the plants, it's not good. Why spray it around with a high pressure hose? It just doesn't make sense. Alright, we've got in between our soaker hoses, we're going to have just short little hoses that are going to connect them. That way we're not watering things we don't have to. This is inlined, and the water is going to come in over here. This is going to be the beginning point. A regular hose out of the house with a timer and a meter. We're going to run down there. We're going to put one of these hoses on that far end. It's going to come back here, and then we're going to put this hose here. This is more hose than we need, but it's all that we had. So we're going to just kind of coil some up. We'll just bury it under the mulch, and we'll just take a little trench. We can run the one end over here as well. That way we can run a lawnmower over it, and it'll disappear just fine.